hey, art, it's an experience. It can be subjective, can be something beautiful, can just make some connections between people. But art, some of it's thought-provoking. And I'd like to share something that really provoked me because I'd never seen anything like it. It was on the internet, seeing clips of this moving art piece. The art piece is called Can't Help Myself by Yuan and Peng. On the surface, it looks like a robotic arm just cleaning up red goop in an art gallery. Simple, nothing too crazy. But the more I watched it, the more I went, why am I feeling so melancholy? Why am I feeling hopeless? Why am I feeling for a mechanical robot arm that's just being programmed to do what it's meant to do? Why? First thoughts when I saw this art, I went, oh my goodness, this reminds me of the story of Sisyphus. Because Sisyphus, if you're not aware of that particular story, he was a proud human and defied the gods in life and in death. So when eventually he was sent to the underworld, the gods punished him for his pride, for his I'm smarter than Zeus thoughts, to where they have this massive hill on Tartarus. They said, here's a big rock. You got to roll it up to the top and that'll be your task. But the gods cursed it. So when the rock was almost at the top, it would turn around and roll back down to the bottom. So Sisyphus would have to go back down and bring it up. And if the legends are true, he's still doing it to this day and will continue to do it until the end of time. That's what I saw in this robot. I went, oh my goodness. If something like that, a monotonous, repetitive, no end in sight job was given to me, it would be torture. And from that point, I thought, oh my goodness, it reminds me of when I worked in an office. Just the repetitiveness of it. You get up, you go to work, do the paperwork, come home, have dinner, sleep, and do it again and again and again. No real break, and there's not really any moving ahead. You just do your work, come home, and do it over again. There was one instance in one of the clips where the machine seemed to do a little bit of a dance. It stopped pooling the goop near it and went, oh, let's do a little dance, and twirled, and it looked kind of fun. And I went, oh, look at that, having a little break. Again, reflective of some of the office work that you have. Okay, maybe you'd sometimes go out to dance, you'd go out for a drink, or you'd go on a holiday. But still, like in this artwork, the goop would go back out again, so it'd have to go back to work. The holiday would end. You'd have to go back to sleep and wake up again, and here we are back with paperwork world. When that dance happened, I thought, wow, why am I getting so emotional about it? So I just took a step back and went, okay, all I'm seeing is the artists programming this robotic arm to do this. And it's invoking a response in me. I'm getting an emotional response. And I think from my research here, it's 32 dance moves that they programmed. So it's purposely put in there. It's not an accident that that happened. And from that point, my mind went off to think about Dune, Frank Herbert's Dune. I think this quote comes from the first book where they mention the Butlerian Jihad. If you're familiar with the books, you know exactly where I'm going. If you're not, I'll do a quick breakdown. The Butlerian Jihad was a massive, massive battle against regular people, against the AI and machines controlling them. But unlike the Terminator films where the computers, machines, the AI was sentient and said, we will take over humans, you are too stupid, we will kill you all and save ourselves. No. In the Dune universe, Frank Herbert makes it quite clear that other people in higher governing or more powerful positions were in control of the machines, and they were programming the machines to enslave the rest of humanity. The enslaved people went, no way, we are sick of this, we're going to rebel, we're going to fight. And they did, very violently. And because of what was done to them and the fight, the battle that ensued afterwards, if I'm remembering this correctly, the implications from that reverberated through the millennia. So when you watch the movies now or in the current timeline of Dune and the whole book series, thinking machines are completely banned. If you're caught with them, you'll get in big, big trouble. And that's why you've got things like mentats, you've got the doctors, you've got the spacing guild, how they're not reliant on machines so much, but they are reliant on the spice. That's why the spice must flow. That's going off topic. So, bringing it back here. Those artists, they knew what they were doing. They programmed this machine to do certain things. They program the machine to do this particular task with that particular colored goop and have it going so it can get a emotional response from the people. In a way, I'm thinking, oh, are they controlling us? Are they yes, they could be. Or it's part of their storytelling. That is up to the viewer, of course. Now, to finish up, what does my note say here? My note says that, yes, I stumbled across I Can't Help Myself quite by accident, but just watching it for the 6-7 minutes, whew, I went for a whole roller coaster of a ride, as you can hear from me. So, art, it comes in many different forms, not just writing, not just video essays, not just painting. This one, it's moving, and it invoked such a response in me, and I don't think they've really had many interviews about what it's about. It's just, here it is for you to look at, discuss, feel, communicate with each other. So now here's my question. That was such a response from me. What art are you making? What art am I? I think I'm making art here, but what art are we making to communicate with the world? What art, what beauty are we making to put out into the world to communicate with our fellow humans? What are you going to do? Thanks for watching. And I'll see you again next time. Bye.